Okay, we're off, fellas. What do you think of that?
I like
Back to our
What do you think of
roots.
that? Back to my old ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more fucking around.
No, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to think about shit.
Yeah, and we focus group the last intro
Yeah, no.
did very poorly.
Yeah,
did
it
not
did.
do
They didn't like the enthusiasm. They like the okay, we're off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people
So-
like the okay, we're off. People they've come to know.
Because they're like,
me.
how are we supposed to know when you're off?
How are we
until
supposed
you
to know
say it?
when he starts the show?
Yeah.
You know, that's when I
Otherwise-
start the show.
Yeah.
That's when everything is rolling. And speaking of rolling, we're rolling right
Yeah.
now. Welcome back to I Quit My Band, the best music podcast on the internet. My name is Nate.
I'm JJ.
I'm Evan.
I have my colleagues JJ and Evan here.
What's up?
My coworkers.
My coworkers.
Colleague is such a distinguished term for
It
what
is.
we do here.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, what is a colleague?
A
I don't
colleague
know.
to me, I mean, people describe their coworkers as that, but it sounds like people in grad school. Like,
Yeah.
oh, my colleague in lab the other day
Yeah.
discovered the cure to cancer.
I think as you get older, like your words for the term friends just changes. It's
Peers.
friend when you're a young kid, and then it turns into my buddy
Yeah.
when you're like 20 to 30,
Yeah.
and then it turns into colleague.
Oh, okay. All right, so
I wouldn't call just my regular friend a colleague.
Going over to my colleague's house for dinner tonight.
yeah, like we're at your
for
wedding and you're like, here's my colleagues.
My colleagues, man.
My
Yeah, my best colleague.
Here's my best colleague.
Justin, your best colleague.
Yeah, got my best colleagues here.
That's cool.
I don't know if you noticed the cleanup of the studio today. I did a little cleanup this weekend. I cleaned the cat hair, vomit, and shit off of the carpet.
My allergies, thank you.
Yeah,
I feel good.
It feels better down here. It's a better energy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It looks like you missed a spot.
I did. That's new, actually. There was.
So this red carpet just seems to be like a big landing spot for your cat's
Yeah.
mishaps.
Yeah, I cleaned up everything, and then I came down here to set everything up, and as I was doing it, I just noticed the most huge cat vomit section I've ever seen, and I had to do some emergency cleanup.
Do cats vomit a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when we were talking about what we were going to talk about before the playlist and we said nothing?
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
We threw that out the window.
You're like, what? Yeah, I think maybe we'll get a good 5 minutes on cat
I
vomit.
wanted to
first.
talk about my cat's vomit.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the cleanup of the studio, and the old poster is back.
Oh, sick.
The old
That's
Melvin's
awesome.
poster. We replaced the other Melvin's poster with the first Melvin's
Sick.
poster.
nice.
Because I thought it had a better
Aura?
aura down here.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
better vibe, better energy.
Yeah, it kind of matches the color of that cat vomit.
It matches the color of the chairs and the cat vomit.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of perfect
Yeah.
for that.
More like prrr.
Yes. The good one.
Sorry,
That was
I'm gonna
good.
kill myself.
That's a good one.
I hated that.
Another JJ classic. Yes. But anyways, welcome back to I Quit My Band. Thank you for being here. If you're a new sub, thank you for subscribing. Thanks for watching the show. We appreciate you. And I'll tell you someone that doesn't appreciate you. Let's start the show. I think that's a perfect
Yeah,
segment.
it is a beautiful segment.
Oh, that was nice,
Yeah.
dude.
Here's someone that doesn't appreciate you.
Hit it.
And they're called Foghat.
Yeah. This is a pick from me. This is Foghat with I Don't Appreciate You.
You
off
know-
their new album, Sonic Mojo.
They sure don't.
The people were begging for more Foghat.
They
Yeah,
were.
dude.
I mean, finally they're back. Let me get a little bit of this.
Yeah.
I love this song so
It's
much.
incredible, dude.
Like, there's like a polite anger. You know, it's like that piss and vinegar of youth is gone.
Yeah.
You're a little older, a little wiser.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't appreciate
All you gotta
you.
do is that point.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate you.
Yeah, it sounds like the preamble before you ask for the manager at Cheesecake Factory. Like, what do you mean my gift card's expired?
Sir, it's expired. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't appreciate you.
Well-
I don't appreciate. You got two options, and neither include me paying for this meal.
And,
You either accept my gift card, or I leave.
and I'd like you to know I don't. Even if you give me the gift card, I don't appreciate you
Very much.
very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. This song is so funny. It just sounds like. It sounds like your parents just got a divorce and your dad moved out and like you see him for the first time after like 3 months. He's like, I've been working on some music with a band.
He's got the old band back
He's like,
there.
it's not about your mother
at all.
at all. And then he plays it where you're like, all right, play it for me. And it's just this, and you're like, come on,
I
Dad.
don't appreciate
This is the best you got.
making me take the boat out of the garage. That's why I think I like this as much as I did, because the last 2 weeks we had the Stones, then we had the Beatles. This is real old guy rock.
This truly,
This is total old
Because
guy.
like the Beatles, the Stones, they have like the Illuminati anti-aging ability and all the money to make their stuff sound modern. Foghat don't have a dream.
Foghat,
Look how
they don't got
look
that.
how old this guy
I
looks.
know.
Holy shit.
Those guys roll.
That guy is so old.
And like if you go to a like bar and grill and there's guys of this age, this is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It's honest.
And you're like,
and it's polite.
and they get some
Yeah.
people dancing.
Yeah.
And even if I was there, I'd be like, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
You know? But
Yeah.
it is just that. It is bar and grill music.
It's like
not even just bar.
it's more
and
like
grill.
impressive that they're still doing this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, they're picking up a guitar with their own arms. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, and it's you've reached that age when like you walk into Guitar Center and you go into the clothing section and you're like, yeah, I do want a fedora with Stratocasters all over
Yeah.
it.
I buy my clothes at Guitar Center.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I have shirts that are amp manufacturer merch. That's kind of what I do
My
now.
shirt's wardrobe is the Fender shirt, the Marshall shirt, and the Gibson shirt.
I love.
And my Zildjian bean.
Yeah, and then one with like a joke on it that's like, "Don't talk to me before I've had my
Coffee.
Before I've had my riff to eruption.
Yeah, my riffs."
Yeah, and I mean, Foghat, that would be a dream to be in Foghat.
Oh, my God.
You get
Yeah.
like probably some like lush casino gigs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then every 18 months, someone's licensing Slow Ride. Like Polaris got
Yeah.
a new line of
Yeah.
ATVs out. We're rich again, boys.
Some like hipster movie that wants to use it ironically.
Yeah.
Like, there's always that.
Yeah.
It all spends the same, dude.
It does.
Foghat's like, I don't give a
I don't
shit.
get whoever it is.
It's all green,
Yeah.
baby. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I got kind of obsessed with this album after I heard this song because it's so funny. Like it doesn't sound good. It doesn't. It's just
sounds
like
horrible.
It's just so funny that it's a thing. So I like started listening to the album, and it has this vibe the whole time, like a non-threatening, just like
I wish
Hey.
you would fucking stop that.
yeah.
It's
It
kind
has
of annoying.
there's a song called "Mean Woman Blues,"
Oh, damn, dude.
and it's just like it's like not they don't say anything too bad about the woman. Just that she's kind of mean.
Yeah.
She snores when she sleeps sometimes.
Yeah.
She's a little bit of everything. I'm pretty sure there's a line in that song about how she's not thin and she's not fat. And
She's put on some weight when she's gotten older.
They've been really like covering their bases
Yeah.
with the political correctness. They're like, we can't completely lose our edge, but let's just keep it vague.
it's like she's not thin, she's not fat.
In fact, she's not
she's
real
a
at all.
little bit of everything.
She's not real at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
I made her up.
Yeah.
She's a construct just for this song. Now, don't cancel Foghat. Don't fuck up the slow ride checks, please.
Don't fuck with my nest egg. Yeah, and I also looked up Foghat after this just to see if it was the same membership.
Just the drummer.
It's just the drummer.
No shit. Are
It's
you serious?
basically not Foghat, which is the best part. I think the newest member is the lead singer and guitar player. So like
Who
the
is it?
main guy is not an original. He's like he joined in 2022.
He's
I
the
guess.
young gun.
Yeah, he's the young gun.
But I feel like if we did a deep dive on the classic rock bands that are still touring and making music, that's going to be the case for 99%
Oh yeah,
of them.
yeah. I mean, that's what happens. They get it. They get that young guy in there. They get that burst of energy again. they can kind of sound like their old singer a little bit.
Yeah, and it like brings up this philosophical question. It's like, how many pieces of Foghat can you replace and still call it
Before
Foghat?
it's not
It's like how the
Foghat
human body replaces all of
Yeah.
its cells every 7
Yeah.
years. It's like,
That's the best part. Like it's just a group of guys at this point who just got lucky.
And they get to play
Yeah.
Slow Ride.
I always thought about that. Like after however many like member changes, like who becomes the original guy? Who becomes the boss at that
Should
point?
probably ask.
yeah,
like,
I mean,
the
I went to go
dudes-
see Skinnerd, and
Yeah.
I don't think it's anybody.
No,
Not anymore. It's not anybody.
it's intellectual property.
It's Van Zant's brother.
Yeah.
Gary Rossington was the only remaining guy, and he just died.
Yeah.
So like, it's wild to keep going.
Like, and then at that point, it's like, I guess it could never stop.
Yeah,
You
no.
just keep replacing
At
people.
that point, it becomes a legacy.
That's
Yeah.
what Kiss
Not a
will
band.
do. That's what Kiss is gonna
God willing.
Yeah.
Kiss openly said that they want that to
do.
happen.
Yeah, we've
They're just
talked
like,
about that.
We want Kiss to be just a group of guys
I would love
who
it
like
so
Kiss.
much.
It would be the dream.
Nate, Evan, and JJ.
That's what we're gunning for in this
Yeah.
podcast.
I mean, as far as I know, we're the only guys on the internet right now that have just put on Kiss makeup for not to play a tribute
Two
show.
of
Yeah.
us.
So like,
Yeah,
we're pretty
to get
dedicated,
320 views on YouTube. That's why we did it.
and that was good for us.
Yeah,
we
that
were
was
like-
a win.
Kiss episode.
Let's get that Patreon going.
Kiss-isode.
Numbies.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's I Don't Appreciate You by Foghat. Good stuff. If you're an old guy, you're gonna love that. Let's keep it rolling. Let's move on to something I heard a week or two ago that I keep coming back to. This is a song called Heaven's Hate by a band called Blood Command. I mean, that is just so... It's so aggressive.
It's so sick. There's a little psychosocial right here.
Yeah.
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 Psychosocial. Yeah.
Well, no, it's like that part where he's like, through your deserts.
Yeah.
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 Maybe that's what I liked about it so much. Like the staccato kind of vocal. This band is they're foreign. Hold on. Let me I don't know where, I can't remember where they're from.
I can look it up.
Yeah, they like have made a point to like make part of their look be all Adidas. And I like
tight.
that. They have a song on their album called "The Band with the Three Stripes." So
Whoa.
they just have a song about wearing Adidas, which is kind of cool.
It's kind of your thing a little bit.
That's why I took to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely wasn't Run DMC and then Korn.
Yeah, no.
It's yours.
It was me.
It's
Yeah.
Nate's.
But
Norway.
Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really short song, short burst, really aggressive. I love the way those vocals come in. I like the lyrics too.
Yeah.
The first line is "Bow Down, Bitches" Part 2.
Yeah, that was, and then they repeat it at the
They
end.
they say it a bunch of times.
where it's like, I didn't know this was the sequel. I want to know why you're so pissed.
Yeah, I want to
because-
know what Part
they're
1
pissed.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a line too that was like, "You sell me downers, but I'm only doing uppers."
Yeah, yeah,
It's
that's
like,
it.
so maybe they're just pissed. Like, you sold me the wrong
You
drugs.
sold me the
motherfucker."
wrong
Yeah.
speed. Yeah.
You sold me the slow speed.
That's what this song is. It's a song for guys that are on speed or just like, or just took a bunch of C4 and went to the
Yeah,
gym.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just took pre-workout
Yeah.
dry, just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, dude.
Dry scoop it.
Walking around with that blasting in your ears, thinking like you own the place.
But
and
also
then-
feeling like your eyeballs
Yeah.
are going to pop out of your head.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be me. I used
You're-
to love doing that.
You were a big C4 guy.
I was. I had to stop doing it.
yeah. You'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking lift all the way to
Yeah,
the gym.
dude.
You do 2 reps and then have to get your blood pressure
Yeah.
checked. I think I'm dying.
My
I w-
skin is crawling and melting off my body.
I will tell a quick. I want to tell a quick story
Sick.
that has to do with this. When I was really into pre-workout in high school, like very much into it. Me and my brother both were like NO Explode, C4 Jack 3D.
Creatine?
Yeah, I mean it's like a pre-workout, but it always had creatine in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And-
there's like that thought in your head that like that'll blow right through that Taco Bell I ate earlier. Like that'll just burn that
Yeah.
up.
I was so dependent on it. Like I loved it. We were like, we had done so much Jack 3D that like there was those like reports came out. I was like, don't take Jack 3D, it'll fucking kill you. So we're like, we got to find a new thing to just keep taking every day. So we found like this off-brand one. We went to GNC and the guy was like, you should take this. It's a little bit better for you. He's like, only do like a half scoop because it's pretty strong.
And then you just dry
And then
scoop it.
I would always take like 2.5 scoops of Jack 3D.
Yeah.
So like I get this thing, I'm like, I have such a tolerance. I did 2 scoops, and then I was literally like I went to the gym, had to leave early, and then all I remember is I was on the floor of my childhood bedroom, like rolling around, screaming for my mom. I was literally like, "Ah! Fuck! God!" Like skin crawling off my body. I think that's when I stopped taking it.
That's probably a good bet.
That's when I stopped taking
You just
it.
overdosed, and
I
you
did, yeah.
voluntarily did that.
I don't know if I overdosed, but it certainly came close. Whatever
Dude.
was happening that day,
What did your mom do?
she was just like,
Mom, I'm getting too jacked.
"I'm too strong."
Can you imagine if he just burst out of
Yeah.
all of his clothes, Hulk
Yeah.
style?
Be the coolest thing ever.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
I'm surprised your brother didn't like hunt down like the band Jack 3D like it was like Four Loco
Yeah,
original.
dude. I mean, that was another thing we loved. Was Four Loko.
Oh. Yeah.
We were big into that kind of thing.
Was that the
like, recreational
Recreational
shit that might kill me?
drugs you can buy at CVS? Cocaine in a can that you
Yeah.
can buy at CVS in
Yeah.
bulk. That's basically what that stuff is. Don't do it.
That's what that song makes you feel like.
That's
though.
what that song makes me feel like. It makes me want to go back into that life.
Yeah,
Um,
rolling around on my
on
mother's
my mom's
floor.
on my floor, screaming for my mother.
Yeah,
Let's
We've
move
all-
on.
we've
That-
all been there.
Yeah, but I actually,
yeah.
and it's not cool. Let's move on. That was Heaven's Hate by Blood Command. Moving on.
We got a classic by Eazy. It's a song called "Respect Your Elders."
Shouting out the Foghat.
Yeah,
He's like, respect.
Respect the fuck. They still do it.
This one goes out to my boys in Foghat.
Just saw him at the Mohegan Sun for free.
That deserves a little something to keep going.
Yeah, and you know what? They don't use bad words in their songs.
Yeah.
They say shit respectfully, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the song's called "Respect Your Elders." TBH, why I gravitated towards it is because it received a very poor rating on a website where I find this.
Yeah.
And I can see why.
This isn't the guy from Paramore, right? That's
No,
different. That's
no.
Germ.
Germ. That's
right,
Germ. Yeah, but you give me a little bit of like shitty white boy rap, and I'm pretty much gonna hop on it and find something that is funny like immediately from it.
Yeah, it was funny because this guy sounds like a teen SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah.
And then you look at the cover and you're like, oh, that's why it's called Respect Your Elders, because he's 35.
He's old. He's an elder.
He's an elder himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know who this guy was, but I read his Spotify bio and it ends with saying, however, mentioning Eazy wouldn't be complete without acknowledging his viral TikTok trend known as The Run.
He has his own dance.
Whoa.
Yeah, and he just kind of runs at the camera like T-1000 in Terminator.
The Run.
The Run.
tight.
It's just a guy
We could
running.
all do that right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and it would just be more money in my man's pocket.
Yeah,
More
dude.
Velveeta,
Don't
dude.
give this guy any more.
No. He
I
does-
didn't hate this.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't really much to say.
Yeah, I think it just feels like there's so much music like this that I can't distinguish.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, like it has like a vague, like Drake
Yeah.
Yeah.
sort of delivery.
Clearly influenced by Drake, you
Yeah.
know? Loves himself, puts himself on the front cover. He's got that clean beard.
Clean
ass
you know?
beard.
Fucking clean.
He gets
I
that
need to
done.
start
once a
sculpting
day.
my
I
shit.
know, dude. I need to have
I need
a
to be like
line.
Hard Rock Nick. Just like,
Yeah, dude. They put that template on your face.
yeah, dude.
Can
They
I?
spray paint.
Oh, I don't have that. Can I
You
tell
don't have that.
I have a thing that helps me cheat to get my line.
Oh,
it's like this
damn.
plastic thing. That and
Yeah, you would have.
I know.
you would, dude. You have like a fucking helmet that just comes down over your head.
Yeah.
yeah, it's all yeah. hmm
Yeah. Every time I trim my beard, it's just it's an improv show.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's a very high
yeah.
risk of fucking it up completely.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like going this way.
Yeah.
You know? Anything could happen.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. You love dancing on that razor's edge, just
dude.
fucking my
Having a
face up.
stupid beard.
Oh my god. Having to shave your face from fucking your beard up is like the most demoralizing thing to do.
Every time I do it, I just have to take that deep breath before just.
I'm gonna look 20
go.
pounds heavier right now.
I can't wait to look fatter. Yeah.
Voluntarily.
That's Respect Your Elders by Eazy.
Yes, sir.
Let's keep it moving, folks. Okay.
Okay.
This is one from me. This is WARGASM. They have UK and like I don't know.
There must be another wargasm.
Yeah. It's called Bang Your Head featuring Fred Durst. It's off their debut album Venom. They're an electronic duo, and they just put out this album, and I'd never heard their music before, and it's very sick.
It's
Yeah, it's
really
really
cool.
sick.
I loved it. Even though it sounds like just mush at a certain point. It's
That's
just
why I like
like that's just what it sounds like.
cool mush.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
cyberpunk mush.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk mush.
I've heard of them before. I have. There's a song on my liked songs called Postmodern Rhapsody, which is very much like this. Sans the special guest.
Oh yeah.
But it's good stuff, and it does just sound like computer turds.
It's like if Prodigy wrote break stuff.
That's a good way to put it.
And you know, we listened to, I think it was Fiddler that did the Nookie
Yeah.
cover, and it was like this shy, bashful Limp
Shy
Bizkit.
Ronnie.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
This is the Limp Bizkit tribute need.
Well, Fred is back here.
Oh, yeah.
Fred is going hard on this.
He's
song.
on there.
Yeah,
Is it right here?
yeah. Here he comes.
It's that classic.
Fred.
And then he
You know what?
starts bringing it more.
yeah.
It's
Come
like,
on.
yeah, I mean, he sounds like the Fred Durst I know and love, the menacing boy.
Yeah.
The guy who they have like a wanted
Yeah.
poster in Spencer's Gift
Yeah.
that's just like, don't let this
Yeah.
fucking guy in here.
The petulant child.
Yeah. He stole 6 fart machines this quarter. Don't let him in. He sounds like the kind of guy that would just like do jackass pranks at the
Yeah,
mall
dude.
alone. No camera,
Yeah,
no
camera,
friends.
just check this out.
Yeah, I'm about
Yeah.
to bust my nuts on the fucking escalator. Ugh.
Just going up to little kids, like, check this out, little man.
Yeah.
Going up and stealing stuff.
I'm gonna buy a shirt
Yeah.
that says tits on
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy a shirt with tits on it.
Yeah, with
And
the
then a
tip.
vibrator
Yeah.
for my girlfriend,
Yeah, just
not for me.
Damn, dude.
over the line with Fred.
Yeah,
Sorry.
dude.
Nah.
I was gonna say though, I really think that Fred and Limp Bizkit in general, they've followed such a great arc where I feel like through a lot of the 2000s, not late 90s, whatever, they were very much made fun of by a lot of people, and this might just be my view, but I think in 2023 they've never been more rad.
No,
You know
I would
what I
agree.
mean?
Yeah, I mean, we're living in a very weird time for stuff that used to be so made fun. I
Stupid.
mean, Creed is back.
Yes.
next
Oh,
year.
we haven't talked about that. We
We
won't
haven't
right
talked
now.
about
we
it.
won't right now. We won't.
But like Creed is back. Like old bands, Foghat, the Beatles,
Yeah.
Rolling Stones, all like making new records. New metal's cool again.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm
Post-grunge,
saying.
like Creed. I mean, like new metal is. I think out of all of those weird things that are happening, is championing everything.
I guess the same way that, like, you know, high-rise pants come back and then go away, short shorts, so does new metal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, there's like a, like, definitely a reclamation of younger kids being like, no, this shit was actually sick. And they don't really care what critics had said about it at the time. And now critics are like, this stuff's good.
Yeah,
Like, the
yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
that, like, Limp Bizkit inspired
I
is
mean,
good.
look at this show.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So we're just like, actually, what we grew up on: New Limp Bizkit, Mudvayne. Who else?
Corn.
Corn. All that CKY.
Nickelback.
All that stuff was actually. It wasn't lame. It was cool then, and it's cool now.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that. I don't want Pitchfork to shit on it anymore.
I kind of feel like it also depends on like which decade that people think is cool in this moment. Like for a while, like
the 2000s are definitely having like a moment right now.
Yeah,
We've
because it was like
reached that
far
threshold.
enough away where it's like nostalgic again.
Yeah, I feel
something.
like the last 10 years, the 90s had been big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's good, but in a way it sucks because then like in another 10 years it's going to be something that's like really bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's gonna be the now thing then?
And I don't know if you're living in it, you don't feel like something has an aesthetic, but it does feel like there's a cultural stagnation happening now.
Yeah, a
we
little
are
bit.
currently aestheticless.
We're just kind of out of ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and maybe that's why Limp Bizkit is as big
Yeah, I mean-
because it's like that's the last frontier to reclaim.
we're out of everything.
Every movie is a documentary or like what am I trying to say?
A
like
remake?
No,
Well,
well,
yeah.
no, like
Reboot?
the Queen movie. What is that called? I can't.
Oh,
think of the-
biopic.
Every
Biopic.
movie's a biopic or a remake or a
Yeah.
sequel.
We talked about that
Except for
on the last show.
The Fanatic by Fred Durst, which
Yeah.
is needed.
Yeah, that was an all original just
Brain
from the
trap.
head.
Did you see that movie?
No, I didn't see it, but I know John Travolta's in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it rules.
Is it good?
It's not bad. Like when it came out, people shit on it like
Yeah.
it was like the worst thing ever because it does feature a central performance from John Travolta that
Yeah.
is legitimately insane.
Right.
He-
Always.
He's insane though.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, by even John Travolta, he plays a character named Moose who
Okay.
has like a mullet.
Yeah, I
with, like the
saw
bangs
that.
that look like it was cut with like a
Yeah.
fucking lightsaber.
He has a bowl cut mullet.
and he's
Baller.
obsessed with Devon Sawa, who's like a celebrity.
Okay.
And,
I think I know who that is, right?
Yeah, he was in Final Destination.
Yeah.
blonde-haired
Okay. Yeah,
guy?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with that guy?
Yeah, he's like a fanatic of that guy. Like
In the movie,
In the
it's
movie.
Devon Sawa.
no, in the movie it's like it's like Rooster Jeffries
Oh,
or some
okay.
shit.
I
like
thought
that.
you meant like he's a big fan of Devon Sawa.
That would have been an interesting choice.
Like we're gonna merge the real world in this story.
yeah.
But John Travolta's clearly playing someone with like a mental handicap,
Sure.
just with no grace whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of Rain Man, a little
Right.
bit of Forrest Gump, just like throw it into a big old stew
Yeah.
pot.
Yeah.
But it's a great movie, and I recommend everyone watch it.
Always a good movie recommendation from Evan.
Yeah.
On that
What
side
was
of the
it
room.
last week? The
D-Day
D-Day
battle
battle for
from
Omaha.
Omaha Beach.
Yeah, I think
With
Trash.
Max Cage.
I think Trash Humper's got a.
Yeah, trash.
collectively, there's just a very bizarre.
I've been yelling at you for loving
Yeah.
like failure
Yeah,
to
you're
launch,
saying-
and I'm like, watch
like,
the Fanatic.
How could you love You Mean Dupree when you got trash humpers?
You can watch a guy eat
An-
pancakes covered in dish soap. That's
An
cinema.
artistic movie about two guys having sex with trash.
John Travolta plays a disabled man.
Why wouldn't you want to see that? I actually do want to see that.
And then I say the whale, and everybody.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh my
the fuck?"
god!" Yeah, yeah. I didn't even see the whale, and I run a Brendan Fraser fan page.
John Travolta was in a movie with Brendan Fraser called, I think it's called The Poison Roses. Some like directed DVD. Brendan Fraser gives legitimately one of the worst performances
Really?
I've ever seen in my life. He plays like a Southern dandy.
Okay.
Like he's like a Southern man who talks like this.
Okay, that seems like a perfect kind of
Yeah.
role for him, honestly.
Oh.
That's a great watch.
Got it.
Brendan Fraser's in Killers
We should
of the
do
Flower
a
Moon.
Brendan Fraser. Oh yeah, I heard about
He
that.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to watch Bedazzled.
Yeah,
Bedazzled's one of the best
And then
movies ever.
Monkey
dude.
Bone.
And Monkey Bone.
And then Trash Humper.
That was Bang Your Head. I like that song.
Love that song.
I thought it was really
was
cool. I
cool.
really liked the like I was thinking that we need more of that to come back, like that little baby voice that says something that you don't know
and
what
it's like
it is.
chopped up.
Like that used to be more prevalent.
I
That
feel like
that
they-
robot baby voice.
They were
you know?
canceled or something, but D Antwoord was kind of into that shit.
Yeah,
Were
the
they
N-words.
canceled?
Yeah.
They're bad.
They're-
I don't know what they
and
do.
they also have a very similar haircut to what John Travolta has in The Fanatic. So it all comes together.
It all, yeah.
Yeah,
Now it's
full
the time to move on because that was the perfect bookend
Mm-hmm.
to that bit. All right, let's move on. That was "Bang Your Head" by WARGASM featuring Fred Durst.
Yeah.
Let's move it on up. Here's one of my picks. This is the new one from Ty Segall. called My Room. Thought it'd be good to put this on and talk about it because we talked about the last Ty song, Eggman.
We're 2/3 a Ty Segall podcast.
Yeah. I've always been a pretty big fan.
Me too.
He's had a lot of misses in the past couple years, I think. But this song I felt like was his best song in a long time. Like if you really... he's had good songs in the past couple years, but this felt like it sounded the best. It wasn't like weird on purpose. The guitars are shrill, but not in like that way where it's like really just in one ear and it it hurts. The song didn't hurt like all of Ty Segall's songs have in the past couple years.
Mixed into the song in a cool way.
Yeah.
Like the way they kind of have that melody going with the shrill guitars.
Yeah. It has an emotionality to it in the melody. It's not weird for the sake of being weird. It's just a well-written song. And he's had those in the past. Like he had like Break a Guitar and like Taste and everything else, but like this one just felt like the most classic. It felt, it's like Beatles inspired. It's just very like structured.
Yeah, it
sounds
harkens
nice.
It harkens back to some of the songs that were on Freedom's Goblin.
A little bit.
Which is a lot like a double album that a lot of people would say is too long, but I really like it. But yeah, I like this song too. It's, I guess, the first proper. I mean, the two prior songs plus this one will be on his new album, which is called Three Bells. Comes out in January.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll do a review of it. But
yeah,
I'm excited because like I think with the 3 singles he's put out, he's shown like 3 somewhat different things with like a common production aesthetic.
Yeah.
So I'm curious how it's all gonna fit together. And the new album is a double album as well. So
this one's a double album.
I looked at the track listing. There's a lot of songs, which I'm excited about. You guys are like, ugh.
Why does everything we have to review on the show have to be 90 tracks long?
This one might be good though.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, I liked this song. I liked Eggman too.
Yeah.
But like both in a way that like I appreciated but maybe weren't like I can't wait to hear it again.
Yeah.
Where do you think that this stacks up amongst like his best stuff?
This song in particular, I would say is, for me, it's one of his best since probably like 2018. And he puts out a lot of music. So,
but like his all-time best.
His all-time best? I don't know. That's a tough question.
I don't think he's making his best music anymore.
No, I don't think he has for a long time.
It was when he was younger, he was a lot rawer.
Yeah,
you know?
And he had more fun stuff.
And like heavier.
Yeah.
But like he's had a very cool and interesting artistic progression, I guess. Like even though there are misses in there, like First Taste is unlistenable to me. But
I don't know if
it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick album, and it's stupid.
I don't know if it's unlistenable. It just took a bunch of not like even weird risks, just unnecessary risks. Like it was like you didn't need to make this like thing that's like an acoustic guitar sound like an electric guitar.
Yeah,
just use an electric guitar.
He does a cool way of somehow. Maybe it's just blind fandom, but I really don't think it is because I've felt like I've been more critical of a lot of my former favorite artists lately. Ty still is the only one that's still keeping me interested in his work.
Yeah, I mean, he
somehow.
was like last year. I was like pretty much not interested at all. Like he put out that acoustic record.
I liked the acoustic one more than you did.
It went in one ear and out the other. It was just like whatever to me.
Yeah.
But it just felt like an album that he had to put out because he's just like, well, I'm Ty Segall. And
yeah, I mean, he releases so much. I mean, a lot of those types of bands do.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking at it, and Ty Segall has more albums out than Foghat does. And Foghat has been a band longer than Ty Segall has been alive.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens with all those psych bands. I mean, King Giz is going to have, like, 70 albums by the time we're, like... Probably, I was gonna say when we're old, but it'll probably be in like the next 3 years.
Yeah, what are they at? Like 26?
Yeah, they're like almost there.
They're getting there.
Yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, I think it feels like to me that Ty is kind of back on track with putting things out that kind of make more sense.
Yeah.
Instead of like this weird like thrown together, I don't know, heap of like
stuff.
Heap of albums that are like collabs or something that he's just doing to be experimental. This felt very classic Ty Segall to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for what's to come.
That's My Room by Ty Segall. Let's move on, fellas.
This is an addition that I added. This is a song called Misfire by a Pittsburgh band called String Machine. And I love this song. It's I got to hear it a little early, and it turned out really good. I had no idea that this was happening. This was like a surprise release EP from the band.
Is it an EP?
Yeah, it's like
only
3 songs.
3 tunes.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Their most recent album is called Hallelujah Hell Yeah. It came out
Last year.
last year.
Yeah, that's why I was really surprised that they
Yeah.
put something out so soon.
Yeah. This is the first song that they put out that's features Laurel. She's like the co-singer of the band,
Yeah.
kind of, sort of, but she's just singing this one solo, and I love it. It gives me there's a band called Lake Street Dive that her
Yeah.
voice sounds a lot like the singer of to me.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I
I
dig
really
it a
like it.
lot. Yeah, it starts off like pretty. Yeah, it gets a lot weirder.
Yeah.
Like it starts off like very much like a String Machine song, which
Yeah.
they're really good at just writing like great folky indie pop rock
Yeah.
stuff. But always because they have what 7 members.
Yeah, 6 now, but yeah, there's a lot of sounds that they can do because Ian plays trumpet and guitar sometimes, and you know, I think the drummer does some interesting shit other than just like holding it down. You know,
Yeah.
he mixes in like some like glockenspiel or
Yeah.
something, whatever.
The Glock.
Yeah,
The
they
Glock.
always have like really good arrangements, but then when they went into like this, like Clarence Clemens
Yeah.
sax solo,
It's
and then
great.
there's like this weird synth kind of like overture afterwards.
At the end, yeah,
Yeah.
that weird like kind of video games sounding synth at the end. I liked it a lot. It wasn't as folky to me as their last album. It felt more like classic rock.
Yeah, rockin'.
It kind of has a Springsteen.
It
sort
has a
of
little
vibe.
bit of a Springsteen vibe.
Yeah.
It has it's got that Asbury Park charm to it. But yeah, I liked it a lot. I don't really have much to say. Like String Machine is a band that just kind of like exudes that like positive energy where it's like it's just
Overwhelmingly.
always good. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. The song sounds very positive. It sounds very like bright and shiny and just makes you want to like, I don't know, dance in a field in a sundress.
They figure out a way that even
You would want to do
I'm
that,
gonna
dude.
I'm gonna go put on a sundress
And twirl.
dance. Yeah, and
Yeah.
twirl.
Yeah, do you have a size 38 sundress?
Put on some clothes. Ew!
yeah,
I'm dancing.
listening to Misfire.
Yeah, I'm listening to String Machine.
They have a way of like, I would echo their positivity that they have, but even their sad songs somehow like make you feel good at
Yeah.
the end of it. I don't know what they do about it, but yeah, I would say that String Machine is some of the best that Pittsburgh has to offer right
Easily.
now
I think
Hands
so
down.
for
in
sure.
terms of music.
They've
And
been
maybe
doing
the
it for
best.
years
Long
time.
too. Long time.
Yeah, and great live. Like
So good.
Fantastic live.
we shot
Yeah.
that live
Yeah.
session
Still
for them.
see
They
that,
were
yeah.
just. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I wasn't sure if we wanted to talk about it, but that was amazing.
It was.
that,
It was.
that
It
live
was
set.
mind blowing.
I was just sitting there watching, like, holy shit! It
Yeah.
sounds like I'm listening to a CD, but somehow I'm in the CD.
Yeah, exactly.
I am the
And I was
CD.
just impressed that you could get 7 people to show up in the same. Like I'm in a power trio sometimes, and trying to get us all in the fucking same room is like impossible.
Nearly impossible.
7 people.
7 people showing up on the same day.
Yeah.
All they all played with a smile on their
They're
face.
all nice.
They were all nice. They were joking around.
They haven't been hardened by the world like we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how.
Yeah, they're much more successful
been
and
doing
done
it
way,
way
longer than we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've like been on tour and
And-
had their fucking van breakdown and stuff
And
like that.
they're nice.
And
Oh
they're
yeah,
nice.
we're not
super
nice.
nice people.
Yeah.
We're nice.
We're not. We can be.
We're
nice.
nice to people. We're not nice to music.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
think we're mean, but we're nice guys. We just hate music.
We take out all of our aggression
Except
on songs.
except Misfire by String Machine.
Yeah. No, see, that's what I mean.
There
We
you
have a
go.
love-hate relationship with music, but actually we do love it all.
Yeah.
Because if we were mean guys, I don't know where that Foghat song would be right now.
Instead, it's on repeat
It's
in my
on
Kia 4K,
repeat,
dude.
Let's keep moving.
yeah.
That's Misfire by String Machine.
This is another one from me. This is Living Curfew by Aesop Rock featuring Billy Woods. Let's get a second of that. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Aesop Rock. Just super consistent, great lyricist. And he just put out a new album called Integrated Tech Solutions.
I love that name.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
love the name. I love
Yeah.
the album cover because it looks like a VHS you would buy your grandma to like
didn't-
teach her how to use AOL.
I didn't see it. Hold on. Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Integrated tech solution. Yeah, dude, that's my next job, I think.
yeah, it's- yeah, it sounds like a
ITS.
fake company
Yeah.
you would make just to launder money.
I work at ITS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just a rocket ship on it
Yeah,
for some
and then
reason.
just like a
an
lady on a
account-
computer.
Yeah.
account manager at ITS.
Yeah.
But yeah, the album's great. He self-produced it, and it has like it's not a concept record, but it has a very consistent vibe throughout.
Yeah.
like a lot of really dark synthy stuff.
Yeah.
a lot of the songs are about technology, but not in like the lame way we typically hear it. You know, where it's just like the algorithm.
Yeah. Fuck it till it burns. Something about burning.
Yeah, burning your phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this song has a feature by Billy Woods. I really like Billy Woods' album Maps, and his vibe and Aesop Rock's vibe, like they fit together really well. Kind of like off kilter,
Yeah.
good lyricist.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I when I first heard it, I was because I haven't really listened to Aesop Rock. I've heard that people, he's like well respected and stuff, but I never really checked out his music. So when I first initially heard it, it came off very like nerdy white rapper. And I was like, come on. But as it went on, and I was just like driving in my car, I was just like.
Yeah,
You
when
know
that
when
hook comes
you know
in.
when it comes in and you're just driving, you're like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
It makes you feel cool.
Yeah, when that sample and
Yeah.
this part comes in, you're like, oh hell yeah.
This is kind of what I was talking about with that WARGASM song, where we need more baby voice that's cut up.
Yeah.
This is what I like. I don't know what that is, but
Nate likes baby voice.
I like
cut
little
up.
baby voice stuff.
Baby
yeah.
wants baby voice cut up.
in your little sundress. Yeah, roll around the ground on fucking 3D jazz.
Listening to baby music.
Yeah, listen to baby music.
with a dress on.
Yeah, your mom busts into your room.
more baby music.
Yeah, you're like Frank Booth
Yeah.
in Blue Velvet.
Yeah.
Baby needs more pre-workout.
Hold on, I'll put on your finance baby show songs.
Dude, you were perfect.
I
You
know.
blew it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, so many levels
Yeah,
of
there's a lot.
connection.
But the whole album's great. It's one of my favorites of the year, probably. Some other good tracks are Kyanite Toothpick, Mindful Solutionism, and then there's a song called 100 Feet Tall, which is a hilarious song about him meeting Mr. T when he's 8 years old at the Carnegie
really?
Deli.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out.
He has a really interesting delivery. Is like rap style, like the way he says certain words, I think is really cool and interesting.
Yeah, he's a great lyricist. Like, the amount of words per verse are
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
insane.
Billy Woods has a fucking sick verse at the end of this though. Just sounding cold as ice, dude.
The way he hears a beat and
Yeah,
raps
it's-
over it makes no sense to me.
It's just it's like almost not there.
It's like
it
shit
has
is-
that Danny Brown vibe where it's like, but in the opposite way. Like Danny Brown does it like quick, like where it sounds too fast for the beat, and he sounds almost too slow or like mangled.
It's like
yeah, he's
shit is
constantly like going
dragged.
over the bar, and
Yeah.
then like where his syllable will hit in a beat, you're like, how did you know that would happen?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
He's cool. Living Curfew by Aesop Rock and Billy Woods off of Integrated Tech Solutions. I gotta check that out.
ITS.
That's such a great album, man. All right, moving on. Here's one of my picks. This is Many Eyes with Revelation.
Heavy as fuck.
Yeah, dude. So, goddamn, I love that riff.
I mean, immediately
It's
every
just
time I die. That like
so.
Well, I sent it to my cousin because my cousin's so into every time
Yeah.
I die, and I said I feel like this is right up your alley. He said Keith Buckley is his favorite lyricist of all time, and I guess he has something to do with this. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so this is we covered Better Lovers.
Yeah.
This is kind of like the Chinese democracy to the Velvet Revolver of Guns N' Roses. You know what I mean? So it's
You lost me.
That's an insane analogy.
It really is.
That I just pulled
an
out
analogy
of my ass.
an analogy that maybe 4 people on Earth will
exactly.
understand.
Yeah,
One
dude.
of them was right here.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
I knew
what
you
a
would get it.
genius.
Genius.
Figured it out.
So yeah, this is Keith Buckley from Every Time I Die.
Yeah.
His new project, without the members of Every Time I Die who joined Better Lovers with
The dude
Greg
from
Puciato from Dillinger.
yeah.
So I don't know who the other guys in Many Eyes are. I've never heard of their bands before, but I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It had sort of like that triumphant chorus that we keep talking about that kind of made me go, ooh.
Yeah, I don't love that metalcore trope where
Yeah,
it's
I
like
don't love it.
the heaviest shit you've ever heard, and then the chorus sounds like Christian rock.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
like youth pastor on me.
for you to see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
keep screaming at me. I can take it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just want to hear you fucking rip my ass open. The whole-
Yeah, me too,
What's
dude. I want
up?
to hear that.
What's up, dude?
I'm coming off weird today.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I
We're
wanna
just
hear
gonna
you
My
blow
rip
right by.
sundress and my baby voice.
my ass ripped
I
open.
need my ass ripped open.
But go on.
But yeah, I wish the riff. I mean, that riff is so punishing. That
Yeah. And it has like Every Time I Die has those like specific
those
rhythms.
chugs. Yeah. But I thought it was a great song. Makes me excited for this project. But I wanted to know where you guys stand on the if there is a Many Eyes versus Better Lovers conversation.
But first, I would like to say, he keeps yelling like, "Fuck off! I'm in love."
Yeah, it's
It
good.
just made me think of like me yelling that to my dad because I'm giving him his credit card information to
Yeah.
a stranger on Omegle. It's like, she needs to buy a plane ticket from Romania so we can go to prom, Dad.
Evan, what are you doing?
And she's definitely not a guy.
She sent me pictures, even though we have not video chatted. Her webcam does not work.
And they look very
Doesn't
much
work.
like Jennifer Garner, but
Yeah.
I'm going to ignore that. Yeah, I was a bigger fan of Dillinger than
Yeah.
I was of Every Time I Die. So I like Better Lovers more. I imagine if you're a bigger fan of Every Time I Die, this might appeal to you a bit more because it felt more like Every Time I Die.
Yeah, that's kind of the weird thing that I noticed is like Keith was the vocalist of Every Time I Die.
Yes.
And the whole band that, pretty much the entire band, I think except for one guy, went and joined Better Lovers with Greg, and that ended up sounding like Dillinger, like more like Dillinger. And this sounds exactly like Every Time I Die, but maybe just a little bit heavier.
You're right.
So it's weird that like Keith's influence had that he had that much impact on his new project to be like, yeah.
And Greg.
And Greg, yeah, like
'Cause,
the
like-
vocalists had more to do with how their new band sound than anything.
That's an interesting observation.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's just their vocal styles.
Or if they both, I know Greg plays guitar, so I don't know if it's
Maybe
he has
get a lot of the,
ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like between the two, Better Lovers might be just a tad more brutal in that they're
Yeah.
not doing the follow your dreams, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
that shit loses me.
yeah, I mean, I didn't even have to ask. I knew where I knew where everyone would stand. I'm also with Better Lovers on this. If there is I mean, it's not like you have to choose or anything.
Both
but,
have really cool aesthetics, and their artwork is not cheesy, and I think their artwortic is cool.
Yeah, the artwork is a little bit psychedelic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which totally
Rock.
threw me off.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought it was
weird.
going to be
Yeah, when I
psych or
first saw it, I imagine it was like
something
shit,
that I
dude.
would listen
yeah, just
to.
a guy with a huge fuzz tone, just like
Wow. Yeah.
Guess who's going to see him? Us. They're coming to the Roxy in January 28th.
Ooh,
I'm in.
Yeah,
Let's
dude,
go.
we're going.
Let's go.
Are you kidding?
Yeah,
Who's playing with them? Holy shit!
melt.
Thursday, rival school. I know Thursday's like a huge.
Oh, dude, understanding in a car crash.
Yeah. Thursday and rival schools with Many Eyes. I think it's a Thursday show that Many
Great.
Eyes is like playing. Like
Oh,
probably
the band's
opening.
not called
Dude,
Thursday.
I'm in.
The band
dude.
is called Thursday.
That album, Understanding in a Car Crash, is a sick album.
I've heard that. I don't remember much about it, but I remember I checked out Thursday in high school for a bit. But yeah, that's Revelation by Many Eyes. Go check it out. Tell us who you like more. How about that? Tell us who you like. Tell us who you pick in the fight.
Who would you pick?
Yeah, who would you pick? And I quit my band. Question of the day. Let's keep it moving on.
We got a song called "Sex on the Beach" by Stand Atlantic. It's kind of mystical and mean.
It's a classic JJ.
Classic
It's a
music.
classic.
I'm going for like one a week now,
Yeah.
boys.
We've noticed.
Yeah, this felt intentional. Like I was like, he went and looked for something.
There's a reputation I'm
Yeah.
trying to maintain.
Control F. Sex.
Gross, dangerous songs.
Believe it or not, boys, these songs find me.
Orgy songs. Or are you just hearing them in the orgies that you're going to?
I'm hearing them at
That's
the
what it
orgies. Well,
Yeah.
at the bad bitch orgies that I go to.
Zion.
Yeah, this is such a Zion.
Yeah.
You're in Zion, baby.
The song has kind of like a tour of Italy sort of structure
dude.
of like 2013.
There's like a turn in the song that hasn't happened yet, where something completely different happens.
And this
A tempo
sounds like,
change.
like that it would be in a commercial for
Yeah.
like Meineke or something.
Yeah.
We got you covered.
The tour of Italy.
Yeah, it's like a little chain smokers,
dude.
a little like I don't even know what the heavy part sounds like.
This sounds like just
It's awesome.
regular pop music.
Like
right
Kesha.
here. Kesha, yeah.
Maybe this song is what music is now.
It kind of is. It kind of needs to be this, you know?
It's so
kinda
ADHD.
It's kind of like what hyperpop is, you
Yeah.
know? I mean,
These-
it's not quite hyperpop, but...
A little
Yeah, a little twink.
Red Hot Chili
guitar.
Peppers.
Yeah.
We brought in
Yeah.
Frusciante for 8
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah, we got Frusciante on
We
this
brought
song.
Frusciante in.
Not
There we
Frusciante,
go.
but Josh.
Josh Klinghoffer.
Josh
Yeah, we got
Klinghoffer.
Klinghoffer in there.
We got Klinghoffer.
And now we got like Pink.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit of Pink there.
No.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Yeah, hey brother.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was about to start singing "So What," and then
I'm
I
glad you
choked.
didn't. That was the
was
Lord
so-
intervening.
Literally,
The universe stopped you there.
I don't mind the hook.
No, Pink.
Like,
Yeah,
I-
it's not bad.
it's got some attitude, but
Yeah.
it does feel like we've reached this point in rock music where if you're a young band, the best thing you can do is just have like 9 genres.
The best
Yeah.
thing you do is everything.
yeah.
Just start trying to do as many things as possible.
Rap a little bit.
Yeah.
Also write the heaviest riffs on earth. Learn how to use a drum machine.
Be a new metal band.
Be a new metal band,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
also be a Swedish producer.
Yeah.
Like you got to
Yeah.
have it all.
You really have to have all of those little things.
And you almost have to respect the amount of music production that like just a regular young band has to know now.
Yeah, I mean, they probably do it all themselves. And there's always one guy in the band who's just an absolute
Whiz.
wizard.
Yeah, audio nerd.
Yeah, just a good.
Yeah.
Just
That
that's
for
what
any
he
young
does.
band out there, you looking to recruit audio nerd.
Get
That's
an
the
audio
guy.
nerd.
Yeah.
Get a dude who's just shreds on guitar or whatever it is. Shreds at whatever instrument he does. He doesn't talk.
No.
He won't say his opinions,
He's
but he will
probably
fucking engineer
kind
the
of on the
shit out of your
spectrum.
record.
He
little
will
bit.
live in the Dodge.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just in the dark, like he's fucking mixing your record, and the green matrix like
Yeah.
code is
The
coming
ones
down.
and zeros.
You're just like, do you need all that? And he's like, no, but it makes me feel good. Makes me
I
feel
put
comfortable.
a noise gate on the snare.
Just an absolute like
That's 1173 compressor.
just above human life.
The-
Like you're just like, how did you learn all of
Yeah.
this?
yeah.
Every time I meet one of those people and I hear the recordings that they make with like the same equipment I have,
Yeah.
I'm always just like,
He's like,
how did you do that?
I used a 57 and a shitty
Yeah.
interface. and I made
immediately
it
start
sound
making
amazing.
excuses. Well, I didn't have that.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know in the back of your head, you did.
Yeah, like
Same
I
stuff.
could have walked into Abbey Road. It would sound like shit compared to this.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, those dudes are amazing. This band clearly has one.
They have a
Stand
nerd.
Atlantic is what they're called.
Yeah.
Sex on the Beach
Sex
is the
on the
song.
beach.
Let's move it along, fellas.
Okay.
Here's one of my picks. It's by a band called Teen Jesus and the Jean Teasers, and the song's called "I Used to Be Fun." I've been seeing a lot about this band lately. Like, I feel like it's like one of those like the number 23 type of things where I just kind of see the name everywhere, and it's like forced me to listen to it eventually.
I've seen the name as well.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I can't recall anything, but it drove me to this album some way. I checked it out. I like this song a lot. Reminds me so much of the Strokes. Like, the instrumental is so Strokesy.
Those real bright guitars
like,
with the strum pattern.
And the melody and the vocal is not anything like Julian Casablancas, but the melody I feel like is. Like, if you replaced his vocal here, it would sound
If he would sing
so
this.
much like the Strokes.
Oh,
Yeah.
big time.
You know what I mean? Like, I used to be fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
Because I was
Pretty
thinking
good.
they
Yeah,
kind of
pretty
sound like
good.
a more like rock Wet Leg.
Yeah, that too.
Ah, there you go.
But the Strokes comparison is apt.
Yeah.
Wet Leg and this band are probably on similar trajectories, one might say.
Yeah.
Except Wet Leg is like huge.
Wet Leg's
Oh,
pretty
they're
big now. Yeah.
enormous,
huge.
yeah.
It's like a bizarre but obvious like ascension that those bands start to take. Like Wet Leg, for example, because they have that song. It's like the Shays Lounge song. Right?
Yeah.
That's them. And it's like you might hear it once, and then like 6 months later, then you hear it everywhere, and all of a sudden they're headlining Coachella.
Yeah.
Like that. You know.
I saw them at See Here Now.
Yeah. There you go.
Just out of nowhere. It was
Yeah.
great. They played a
Yeah.
great show.
Yeah.
But
We just put that juju on Teen Jesus.
yeah,
They're
let's
about
just
to be.
yeah.
Teen Jesus is coming for
Coachella.
you.
Coachella. It's in your grasp.
Yeah.
But I like the song a lot. I thought it
Me
was
too.
great. I want to check out the album a little bit more. I love that melody.
Me too.
I think it's
Yeah.
great.
I love
like
the
it.
attitude. Very relatable
Yeah.
subject
Yeah.
matter.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't know if I was ever fun, but whatever I was, I'm certainly less of it
I'm
now.
certainly not any of it now. Yeah.
Just out somewhere and be like,
Yeah.
God, I gotta get home.
I gotta get rolling.
Think of all the anxiety I could be having there. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely related to it as well. Except they sound like they have more energy than I do. Though.
Oh,
They
yeah.
sound more fun than I am now.
Yeah, we're gonna need to drop that tempo down about
Yeah.
30
Can
BPM.
you- yeah. Not my fucking tempo. I watched Whiplash the other night.
Oh,
First
Flatcher.
time?
So good.
First
no,
time?
not first time.
Oh,
I've seen
nah,
it many times.
I don't fucking
Me
know.
too.
I actually pretended
It's
to be
awesome.
the teacher on Twitter for a
I
period
do
of time.
remember
a
that.
couple
You
years
made that a
ago.
novelty account
Yeah,
for a little
I
bit.
I made my Twitter account a novelty account where I was
Are
the
you
teacher
serious?
from Whiplash for I think it was like 3 days.
What's
Yeah.
with you making like just bizarre internet moves like the Brendan Fraser Facebook?
I don't know. There's never any thought put into it. It's
All
just
right.
like I want
Impulse.
to do this for 3 days.
And then you get locked in.
yeah, and then
I
I'm
remember
like, fuck
seeing
that.
Whiplash and being like, man, that was a pretty good movie. And then rewatching it and being like, this movie fucking rolls.
It's
It
so
rolls
good.
hard.
I will say from a drummer's perspective, I don't know how you can bleed from playing too hard. You know.
Well, you've never tried playing fucking
never-
Whiplash at
You
212.
never
dude.
had Fletcher as
Yeah,
your
you
no,
teacher,
I
dude.
guess I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's making them do the double time swing and then he's just fucking slamming the cowbell in
Yeah.
his ear. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Don't slow down.
Or
Yeah.
Such an
like at the
asshole.
end where he's like, hold it, hold
Yeah.
it. He's like, yeah.
He gets so pumped up at the
Yeah.
end of the movie.
He's like just going Super Saiyan or something.
My favorite part of the movie is when he's like, so he fucked him over on stage,
Yeah.
makes him, play the song that he has no idea what it is, and then the kid gives it, he throws it back at him, starts, crushing it and controlling the band, and then like he's doing so good, and then he starts with the solo at the end, and then the teacher Fletcher comes up to him and he's like, "What are you doing, man?" And it's like, don't act like it's all good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not good.
No.
It's such a it's a musician fantasy. It's like if I can shred a solo sick enough
to impress my abusive teacher.
Yeah, a guy who hates my guts. If I can just start playing fucking Eruption, he's just gonna be like, "Oh no, dude, what are you doing?"
That'd be an awesome remake of Whiplash to do it with guitarists.
Except
it's just so
your teacher is Slash, and you just have to play like
Yeah.
some shitty Guns N' Roses lick
not
or
as
something.
cool at all. Just
No.
like, here's a little tune by a band called Van Halen. Here's Eruption. And
It's
just
me.
like,
It's me being the young gun in Foghat, and like I learned the radio edit version of
Yeah.
Slow Ride, not the long one. He's like,
my
"I
tempo.
knew you'd
I
do
think I
it."
was fucking stupid. I know you don't know. I don't appreciate you.
Throws a cymbal at you, cuts your head off.
And then I just start playing the Freebird
Yeah.
solo apropos of nothing with no background.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
You know how Evan Mulgrave became a host when I quit my band? It's because the lead singer of Foghat threw a cymbal at his head. See what I'm saying here?
You don't just walk onto a third-rate podcast. You have to be assaulted.
Assaulted by the fifth lead singer of Foghat, who joined in 2022.
Oh yeah.
Let's keep it moving. That's "I Used to Be Fun" by Teen Jesus and the Jean Teasers.
Oh, we got a new song by Bass Drum of Death called "You're Haunting Me." Bass Drum of Death is a band that I never could quite get like fully into. Them and like Japan Droids and like other bands of that nature, like lo-fi shit. But somehow I was always ended up listening to them because like if I would play my This Is Ty Segall playlist, they'd be on there. This Is Whatever playlist, they'd be on there. Kind of gives me some J Retard vibes a little bit.
Yeah.
Specifically Blood Visions and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just cool to me because I think for me, garage rock in general really had a moment when I was like in my early 20s, and then I kind of fell off of it. But there's still people doing it, and it's lo-fi and it's cool, and they got sticky melodies and it's intense, and I don't know. I like this song. Maybe one of my favorites that I've heard by them.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I actually used to be a big Bass Drum of Death fan back in high school or college. I can't remember, but they had an album called GB City that was like it was very much this like lo-fi, gritty, dirty garage rock. They were just a two-piece at that point, and then they started making more music, and they did more albums. It started getting more cleaned up, and I started to kind of lose interest as they kind of cleaned themselves up more. They put out something that was like really clean a couple years ago. I want to say like 2019 that I just wasn't into at all. So I like that they went back to like even dirtier
A
than they
tape
were
recorder
before.
in their practice
Yeah,
space.
they have a couple great songs off of that album, GB City. There's a song called Get Found, which rules.
Oh yeah,
There's
I like that one.
There's a song called GB City. I think it's about it.
The
I think
titular.
it's gravity, like a gravity bong.
Oh,
I think that's what it's supposed to be about.
Gravity Bong City.
That's when I found out about
mayor,
gravity
dude.
bongs.
This is where
yeah.
I want to live.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
population
don't live in
1.
GB City, dude.
Can I tell
Yeah.
you this? My buddies, my brother's buddy had a friend. No, I botched that. My brother had a buddy who had a car and that he called the Jeeb machine.
Do they do
Because-
gravity bongs in it?
Because not only that, the center console, he took all the things out and put a trash bag in there and filled it with water. And we
dude.
take G-bong pulls
It's
from
like
the
the
center
shittiest
console.
episode of Pimp My Ride ever.
Yeah, dude, Exhibit's just like, we made your car bong, dude.
We know how you like bongs. So we put a
check this
trash
out.
bag. We replaced your center console with a trash bag.
We ran out of aquariums, so we made your center console a gravity bong.
We hope you like it.
I just when my brother told me about the geeb machine, and it had geeb machine carved into the side.
Yeah.
Just like this kid's like dad's car.
Yeah, dude.
What the fuck did you do, Kevin?
I gave you the Corolla for a week on. Now it's the Jeep machine?
Now it's got a bong in the middle of it. Your mother's high as hell.
She's been trying to order Arby's at the bank drive-thru for 2 hours.
What the fuck were you thinking? What were you thinking?
But I also like the song. I didn't. The question that I had: have they? I was gonna ask if they had remained a duo the whole time, but
the
they
song kind of sounds like
it sounds like a duo.
The thing I know about this band is that they were a duo at the time of GB City. Then they became not a duo, and they were like a trio. Got a new drummer, put out a pretty decent new album, and then I think it started transitioning to just being the one guy.
Oh, okay. Because I remember the only thing I ever knew about them was that he got in a fight on Twitter with Eve Six.
Yes.
Sick.
And then they like made up and made a song.
They made a song together.
Yeah.
Classic Eve Six move. Just like, dude, we're friends now. It's all good. Let's make a shitty ass song together. That fucking I hate Eve Six. And I like those 3 songs that they have, but their Twitter presence was so
Well, they like he immediately came in. He was like the Jeff Tiedrich.
Of like millennial.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But dude, Inside Out's a jam.
So good.
You got to give it up.
Here's to the
and
night.
That's also a trajectory I would like the podcast to do, where it's like Corey Taylor finds out about us, and then we're on CMFT3. Dude.
Yeah, dude. We're
Yeah.
doing like Limp Bizkit skits, like the Matt Pinfield skits, and
That would be tight.
and whatever that what is it significant other
Or hot dog flavored
Yeah.
Starship water or whatever.
hot
Yeah.
dog flavored Starship water.
That sounds cool.
That'd
Gravity
be
bong,
awesome.
hot dog flavored Starship water.
I want to say one more thing about Bass Drum and Death that I know that I don't think anyone else knows this because the videos got taken off the internet. But in high school, I found out
QMB exclusive.
this is an IQMB exclusive. Someone please try to if you watch this show and you're fucking idiot and you like the show enough to
take that back.
Grade our audience like that. There's only like 7 of them.
my brother.
I just meant like an idiot like us. You know what I mean? Like how we are idiots. If you like the show enough, I'll say that. If you like the show enough, try to go find this video because I haven't been able to find it for years. But Bass Drum and Death, there was like a live performance show that was not like KEXP, but same type of thing. They had bands on that would play.
In the basement?
Not in the basement. It was like an actual TV studio. It was like a big, nice TV studio. And they did a song called Get Found, and then they also did a collaboration with Odd Future.
What?
Like they played. There's like a subsect of Odd Future called Mellow Hype with I can't remember. I think Left Brain and I can't remember the other guy's name. But they were coming out with an album at that point, and they did like Bass Drum and Death back them up.
That's tight.
And it was one of the coolest things ever. I can't find the fucking video anymore, but it was so fucking. It was really neat. Someone try to find it.
Yeah,
we need to come out
with
we need to come up with a name for our listeners. You know, a lot of podcasts have,
Quitters,
have
dude.
The Quitters. Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you're a
If
quitter,
you're a quitter, go find that video. There was fucking. It was so good that I think they might have done 2 songs with them. I think they were on like the same label or something. That's why they did it. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Someone go find that video. Bass Drum and Death, You're Haunting Me. Go check it out. Here's the last song on the playlist.
This is from me. This is They Don't Really Love You by Rick Ross and Meek Mill. They just released a joint album called Too Good to Be True. I like both of these guys. I haven't listened to like their whole discography or anything like that, but
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Hustlin' came out when I was in high school. I just remember cranking that in my mom's LeBaron.
Yeah. Dude.
Just like, who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the fucking boss.
Yeah,
745, white on white. This car's my mom's. You know? And So I saw that this came out. I listened to it, and it's pretty good. Like,
I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
It
I like
sounds-
this song a lot.
Sounds like a warm-up song they'd play at a basketball game.
I know nothing about Meek Mill.
He's from Philly.
Was he in like a lot of feuds with different rappers?
I think it was
Yeah.
just Drake.
Just Drake.
I think
Alright.
him and Drake, and I think he was on trial at one point for something.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because there's that
something
great
happened.
song off of Daytona, What Would Meek Do?
Yeah.
What would Meek do? Pop a wheelie, tell the judge the Akinelli.
Are we on Meek's side? 'Cause
I think
I'd
so.
like to not
We're
be on
team,
Drake's side.
Team
Oh,
Meek.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
they've
I
like
hate
broken bread. Like he's made songs with
okay.
Drake and stuff like that. But yeah, really good song. I don't know if I've ever heard Rick Ross rap this like viciously,
He sounded pretty smooth, pretty fucking cold.
especially in this first verse. There's like a couple things that remind me of Tupac, just like in his delivery.
Rick Ross is
Yeah.
awesome.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
His
He's
intro,
got that. He has the kind of same vocal tone, honestly.
his
Yeah.
intro verse to "Monster" by Kanye
So
is,
good.
is so
Yeah, great.
He has
dirty.
great features. He has a couple with Denzel Curry. What the hell? Birds, I think, is the one off Zoo. That's really good. Naughty Head.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then he's on Daytona. He's on Hard Piano.
yeah.
He's really good. And Meek Mill has a great song called I think it's Dreams and Nightmares. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah. I like this. The Meek Mill feature is so like crazily auto-tuned. He just
Yeah.
sounds like underwater. It almost reminds me of like Desert Rose by Sting with like
Yeah.
like it just sounds like that going on in the background almost.
if there was like something about the album is they never like trade in a verse. It's usually like
No,
verse,
yeah.
verse. But there's some really good tracks on it. 800 Carats is really good. Go to Hell. And then they have a song called Shaq and Kobe. And they do a remix at the end of the album. And the last verse on the whole album is from Shaq Diesel.
That's
man.
pretty
Which
sick.
is really sick.
Is that good or
Yeah. It's I like Shaq.
yeah?
So.
That's how I beat Shaq.
And yeah, I like the song a lot.
Yeah, I can't believe I just compared this to Desert Rose by Sting. And Chet
You're the
Mami.
first and the last. So
that will ever do that.
You ever see
But,
the video of
Rick Ross blowing his knees out on that diving board.
Oh wait, I think I have.
Here
but
you go.
Show it.
Check
to me.
this out. Here you go. Just real quick.
Yeah, I've definitely.
He like tries to do like a double jump, and then the board meets at the exact time
Yeah,
he's trying
dude.
to go,
Blows
and
his
just the
knees out.
knees give out.
I feel for him, dude.
the other
That's
dude,
what would
Rick
happen.
Ross
to me.
is awesome.
He's
He
big.
is awesome.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Did you ever see when those buffaloes got out at his house?
No.
It was earlier this year.
He has buffaloes?
He has this giant mansion in Georgia, and he has like 2 or 3 giant fucking buffaloes.
Tight.
I have not seen.
And they jumped the fence and just started fucking up like his neighbors' houses. Like there's like some videos of just like there's a whole buffalo
What's
in
he?
my
Is he
yard.
doing anything about it, or is he just like?
I only saw the video of like people being like, "There's a buffalo in my
I
yard
think
right
but
now."
Rick Ross would just be like,
Shit.
he's like, do something. He's like,
Shit.
I won't.
That's the Patreon goal I want to get is just for me to be able to buy a huge animal that I shouldn't have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Have
Just
it
like-
jump over your neighbor's
Yeah.
fence,
I
fuck
just-
up their house.
I just buy a feral hog that you can't get within like 30 yards of without it charging you.
Yeah, dude.
There's on Twitter I saw a picture that someone retweeted. The picture said apparently Rick Ross is sitting on like 350 unreleased songs, and the person retweeted it and said, "Are the songs okay?"
Hell yeah, dude.
Are the songs okay?
He's fat.
I just got it now.
Thanks.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a
Yeah.
Damn. Are the songs okay?
Great. Now we're beefing with
Classic
Rick Ross, dude.
fat-
You had
Sorry,
to go.
sorry.
You brought up the diving
I feel
board.
for
You
him,
had to take a
dude.
shot at him.
When I
dude.
see that
I
diving
know
board
nothing else,
video,
dude. I'm trying to mine for content here.
When I see that diving board video, I just think of a 7th grade me, dude. I never have double jumped on a diving board for fear of that happening.
There's a
so
video-
Salute to Rick.
There's a video of a guy blowing both of his knees out worse at like a softball game that Barstool posted or something. He's running down the steps and he lands and both of his knees just like go, but he's not on a diving board. He's just on normal steps.
I remember in high school, we had like swimming and gym, and I was on the diving board, and like I was trying to get as much air as I could, and like I jumped on like the very end of it, and the way that it launched me was just like straight forward. So it was just like hip thrust and then fly like straight forward.
Just like you just went above and beyond.
Cannibal!
That's kind of sick, actually.
Yeah.
I'll show this to you guys after. This is not good content to just show you a stupid video.
Well, we've reached the end.
We've reached the end, so yeah, we'll watch it during the break.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching. This has been I Quit My Band. We hope you enjoyed the show and found some songs that you want to listen to, some albums, some new artists.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it as well. I thought it was a good playlist. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. We're always posting clips on there. And please subscribe to our Patreon channel where we're going to be posting more episodes. There's a newer one on there now, and we're going to be doing some more on there now. So just go to our link tree. You'll find it there.
Yeah.
We're going to be telling more stories about how we used to play at the Hard Rock Cafe and
how
funny that
it didn't go
how
well.
it never went well. But thanks, and we'll see you next time. Bye.